Bet you didn't see this.
I said get off my steps!
Sir, we're just trying to ask
I don't care what you're trying! No service for you, no service to Mass Gestapo, you hear me?
Watch your tone, man.
My tone's fine. Take your little patches and get. Harlem don't want you here. Out!
It's getting bad out there, guys. These people are, they're getting belligerent, and they are getting in these officers' faces, and it's getting crazy, man. Like, it's basically a civil war. Except that entire clip you just watched is completely AI generated. How many of you did it fool? How about this one?
Violent. We are live over the White House where an enormous explosion ripped through the western side of the building just minutes ago.
How many of you would that fool? What about this one? How many of you would that one fool? Why do I bring this up? Because it is more important than ever before to understand that you have got to question everything you are seeing at this point. Everything that is consequential, especially. And why do I make this video specifically? Well, because conveniently, a new video has surfaced with footage of what they say is Alex Pretti, who is belligerent and attacking the ICE officers and kicking their SUV. And well, in case you haven't seen it yet, I'm sure you have, but just in case, here it is.
Whose facial recognition technology confirmed his identity to a 97% degree of accuracy. On the morning of January 13th, our team received a tip that federal agents were blocking a street at the corner of East 36th and Park Avenue in Minneapolis. We arrived around 10:15 a.m. We saw observers shouting at the agents as they walked back to their vehicles. When they started driving away, the man kicked their taillight. An agent then got out of the vehicle, grabbed him, and pushed him to the ground. During the altercation, agents fired tear gas and pepper balls into the crowd. They continued to hold the man down before they retreat, and he walks away. The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Pretti was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband. Here, he continues to stand at the scene. On the day he was killed, the Department of Homeland Security claims Pretti, a 37-year-old ICU nurse, approached officers holding a handgun. That claim has been contradicted by analysis of bystander videos from multiple news investigations, which concluded that Pretti was holding a phone, not a gun, when he was pinned to the street.
So, first of all, why is it being narrated by an AI voice? And why is it that if this already happened, he didn't go to jail then, or he didn't get arrested then, or the same thing that happened to him didn't happen then? Why is it that none of that happened? Because this video just cuts off and says, oh, the officers were on top of him and then he got up and walked away. I swear, it feels like it feels like 2020 again, and I'm walking around and I'm the only one not wearing a mask, looking at people saying, what is going on? Why are people falling for this? Why? It's insane to me that video has been out for literally 2 or 3 hours at this point and has been shared as many times as it's been shared. It's insane to me that normal people are sharing it as much and that they are just accepting this as the official narrative. It's not insane to me how it's been rolled out. I'm not saying this video is AI. I don't have any proof of that. All I'm saying is it's pretty freaking convenient that it comes out right now and that it is rolled out by all of the biggest talking heads at almost the exact same time with the exact same messaging. No? What is going on with people? Why are people not questioning this? Look at this. This is my X feed right now.
Showing a man who showing a man who appeared 18th in Minneapolis was wearing on the day he was 18th in Minneapolis.
Tell you what.
This is a moment the news
So it appears
This is a moment on January 13th in Minneapolis. 18th in Minneapolis. 18th in Minneapolis. 18th in Minneapolis. 18th in Minneapolis. This is a moment.
And people are going to say, oh, you're just poking holes. You're just trying to find, like, blah, blah. No, dude. I am sick and tired of being propagandized. I am sick and tired of being lied to. And you should be too. I am sick and tired of being told this is the narrative, believe it, even though everything that I believe and the principles that I hold and the things that I know to be true completely contradict everything these people are telling me. Why am I the only one that seems to be having this happen? Look at this feed. It's over and over and over and over. And what is the constant narrative that's being shoved out right now? Oh, this destroys the leftist hoax. What else did they call the leftist hoax? Which we still don't have, by the way. I digress. This destroys the narrative. He wasn't a peaceful protester, blah, blah, blah. Let's just say for a second that this is real. Let's just say this is real footage, okay? Let's just say that he really did these things, that he really kicked out the light, and that he was really tussling with the officers, and that he was really spitting on them, and all of that. Let's just say that that's real. It still doesn't justify murder. It still doesn't justify someone being executed for it. And once again, why didn't it happen then? Why was the response different? Why did they let him walk away this time? He was still carrying a gun. He was being even more aggressive in this video. He was literally fighting the officers, but they just dogpiled him and then let him walk away? So what? The officers, they were the same ones. They had a grudge and they just decided to execute him next time they saw him. And all of you guys out there are like, yeah, he wasn't a peaceful protester. It proves the point, and so he deserved to die, and it was totally justified. I'll tell you what. Watch this next clip, and then I want you, those of you who are on the right, those of you who are posting this video, those of you who are saying narrative destroyed, he wasn't a peaceful protester, he deserved what he got, it was totally justified, it's totally okay. All of you that are gobbling up this absolute propaganda slop, I want you to try and justify what I'm about to show you.
I want to ask a question about the rules of how law enforcement is allowed to engage when feeling threatened, per your assertions. Because I want to show some video to you right now and ask, what is the appropriate response for the police officers in this situation? Those are law enforcement officers being physically attacked. By this standard, would any of those officers be justified in shooting and killing the people causing them physical harm?
Every single situation is going to rely on the situation those officers are on. But they know that when people are putting hands on them, when they are using weapons against them, when they are physically harming them, that they have the authority to arrest those individuals.
By the same logic that's being put out right now about he wasn't a peaceful protester, he was aggressive, he was obstructing justice, he was violent towards the agents, he was brandishing his weapon, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. These guys had rifles on them. They had full body armor. They were attacking the officers physically, slamming them into the doors, breaking like the amount of aggression in these videos and at that protest versus this is not even a question. And so by the same logic, all of those people should have just been mowed down by the officers, right? They should have just just completely opened fire on all of them, executed all those protesters, right? Right? No. Okay, why not? Let me be really clear about something. I voted to get all the illegal immigrants out of our country, and I absolutely still want that. Because it's not just illegal immigrants, it's an army. It's a sleeping army. I've said this from the very beginning. It has not changed. I want all of them out. If you are here illegally, you should leave or you should be forced out, period. I still have that stance. I support everything that they are doing, everything that ICE is down there doing. I have a friend that is literally in ICE, and he is down there doing his job and is one of the good ones. I support everything that is going on, okay? Me making this video and me talking about these things about Alex Pretti has nothing to do with supporting ICE or not. It has nothing to do with sides. It has everything to do with the fact that we need to get the job done and get the mission done, but we absolutely have to do it the right way. And my biggest issue is the fact that the response to that was completely and totally and utterly wrong, okay? So a man gets disarmed and mag dumped, regardless of what happened before that. And instead of there being consequences, there are no consequences. And instead of someone saying, yeah, we made a mistake, this is terrible, this is horrible, we definitely need to do better, it was, he's a domestic terrorist, he was carrying a gun, he had multiple mags, you shouldn't carry a gun to a protest. From the same people that facilitated what you just watched. Okay? And I'm not even saying the right, by the way. I'm saying the feds. Because I still believe it was a Fed operation. And all of you out there that are defending this are gobbling it up. And it is complete and total propaganda. And unlike many of you, I am sick and tired of being lied to. Okay? So, do I support the operation? Absolutely. But let's do it the right way. And let's stop telling the lies. And finally, I'm just going to point this one out. Every single bit of this is one big, fat, massive distraction. And the only reason I'm speaking on it is because it is dangerously close to creating, it's not even close to, it is setting a very dangerous precedent when it comes to our freedoms. It is encroaching on my freedom as an American, on my freedom of speech and my freedom to carry a firearm, my freedom of the Second Amendment. That's why I'm speaking on this. Not because of right versus left or this or the left or whatever. Like, it's because of that. But that being said, this is one massive distraction, guys. How can people not see? It's the same time, election season, right? Right? And it's the same freaking place. It's Minneapolis. And it also happens to take place right after all the Somali fraud is uncovered. So yes, this is a two-side thing. The fraud was uncovered, so all of the leftist Democrats are like, oh, well, we got to get them to focus on something else. Let's create some more chaos. Let's have George Soros ship some more protesters and let's cause chaos with this. And then you have the right who's saying, oh, perfect, this is a great distraction. Not only does it villainize the left and make the right and left fight against each other, but it also takes their focus off of the Epstein files, off of all the stuff going on globally, off of the Israeli crap, off of the censorship that's happening, off of the AI rollout, off of the Palantir rollout, and off of the fact that we are at war. And you and I are continuing to pay for it. And our lives continue to get worse. And all they continue to do is distract us with more psyops and lie to us over and over and over. And I'm done with it. I'm tired of it. So I don't care if you're right or left and you're looking at this saying, oh, this guy, blah, blah. Unfollow me, okay? If you want to hear only what your side is going to tell you, if you want to validate your bias, if you want to validate your delusions, if you want me to only say what you want to hear and what you believe to be true, you're in the wrong place. That's not me. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you what I really think is going on, and it's everything I just said. But hey,